So here I am within the IDE, and I just loaded a fresh session, and I'm going to open our folder. And I want you to watch something very important here. You see it says, now it's down like the Julia environment. That tells us our current Julia environment. Keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this as we're working, okay? This is very important to track it, because you can obviously track it here, right? But there should be synchronization between these two. So let's go here. Let's open our folder. File, open folder. Let's see here. It would be Julia environments, test package. Hit OK. Now we're going to give it a moment to load. So while it's loading, again, just to reiterate, we have this distinction we made between packages and environments, right? And one thing I want you to notice right now is we just opened an environment called test package. For some reason, it's picking up the old work environment and it's saying there's a contradiction here, right? So let's do the following. We can first check. Yeah, so it's for some reason it thinks we're in the old work package, right? So what we could do is we can always do the old trick of saying activate. Always do the old trick of seeing where we are. Okay. So how about activating test package environment? Or we could just do activate standard package. Okay, here we are. Now we're in standard environment. And this should synchronize as well. Okay, great. So here we are in test package. We want to be able to run it, right? And the question is, how are we going to run this module within the REPL? We can try saying using test package. What do you think is going to happen? You know, it doesn't pick it up. It's not going to pick it up. So if it's not picking up the package, well, if we're in the general environment, why should it, right? We would have to somehow let it know that the package even exists. This instance, this server doesn't know that this exists. So how about we activate the package? Okay. And now if we say using, voila. Okay, and let's try running this command, this greet command. Right here, print hello world. Hello world. Wonderful, it works. Okay, so that works as we had hoped. Let's change this command to hello world to say hello world. The package has been updated from the original default. Okay. And let's see if it picks that up. So it did not pick up that change yet, right? So I just made a synchronous change here, and it did not synchronously pick it up when I reran the code. So that's something to be mindful of, because if you're going to be doing testing, right, and you're, I've actually had this happen to myself. I'm actively editing the package, and I'm running it here saying, come on, man, what's going on? And I get the same errors. And I think my code is wrong. But in fact, I just don't have synchronicity here with the dependency. So we went through an example where we activated the package to be able to access it. But you may not necessarily want to activate the package to use it, right? I may want to be activating a different environment or working in different, or maybe just use a general environment rather than have to activate my specific package just to use it. So in that case, what we're going to do, we'll open a new terminal session, is we're going to use the develop command. And you can do dev or develop, and your command will be /test/package/, okay? And now the advantage here is I'm still in my general environment, but I have access to this package now. I actually changed the code too. I said the package has been updated from the first version. All right, so let's see what happens. So using test package, All right, and then test package dot greet. Great, it works. Now, here's the problem, and this catches some people off guard, is if I were to change this code here in the same session, I did not reboot my REPL. If I reboot my REPL, it will work fine. But if I don't reboot my REPL, if I stay in the same REPL session, and I change this code to say the second version or the fifth version, right? And I want to see if it picks it up, right? I could say, all right, let's, no, it doesn't pick it up. And if I want to be able, so I've shown one example where I activate the package, I activate the package through an environment, right? I did something like, I literally did activate the path of test package, right? I did that the first time. Then we did dev./test package. So we could stay in the general environment without changing environments, but we can still access the package, which is great. But now the question is what if I have to change something? Okay, I want this like kind of more like the Python workflow, right? Like we play around with things. So I want that, or maybe like R. I want that like really interactive workflow where I can make changes here and see them manifest here. And there's a way to do this, but it requires using an additional package called revise.jl. All right. To make this work, I'm just going to restart the environment, because in order for revise.jl to work, I need to load revise.jl before any of the packages. So there's an order of operations question. So I'm going to kill this, open a new terminal, load up Julia. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add revise package, revise.jl package. I'm going to say using revise. And now I know I'm going to capture whatever comes next, okay? Now I'm going to do, again, dev./test package. Great. And if I do using test package, and I say test package.greet, wonderful. Let's change it now from the 5th version to the 10th version. Let's just jump ahead here, see what happens. Boom, it worked. Now, you may notice there's a tiny bit of delay. That's the revise package overhead, but it allows me, this workflow with revise.jl allows me to do live code changes without rebooting the REPL. This may save you a lot of time and headache. And remember, if you're making changes to a package, okay, specifically a package, and it's not reflecting in the execution, you may just have to reboot your terminal and start a new instance, okay? So this is just something to keep in mind. During the long days and you're coding all day, you may forget this. I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me. And revise.jl is really a nice tool for these workflows where you could be making a lot of quick edits to your package, and you don't want to stand up the environment over and over again and have to develop packages, etc., over and over again. So now I am done. I am done talking about packages. I am done talking about editing files and packages within the IDE and this workflow. We're finally going to create a repo and push it to GitHub, okay? So that's going to be the next video.